of our Bandits fans out there, we have a clothing collaboration for you to show your pride while also giving back to a good cause. And I'm joined now by our friend Jade King from Hope Rises to tell us more about the positive impact this is having. Hi, Jade. Tell us who you brought in today.
Hey, Chelsea. So honored to be here, of course. Kate's having a very well-deserved vacation, so I'm always happy to fill in. So here we have Eric Westfield. He is with Buffalogo Co., your one-stop shop for everything Buffalo merch. And we have Chris Swenson. Now, if you don't recognize his face, you will definitely recognize his voice.
That's
he is the PA for the Buffalo Bandits, and may I say, an icon, in my personal opinion.
Absolutely.
And they're doing a great collab together. It's going to be great.
Okay. So, Eric, I'm going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about Buffalogo Company and what sets your apparel apart.
Sure. So we are a marketing and merchandising company. We are our own apparel brand. That's actually how we started off. A big part of what we do today and what sets us apart is that we help other brands, teams, charities, icons tell their story through Buffalo-inspired merchandise.
Nice. Okay. Chris, tell us a little bit about your story and how you started working with the Bandits.
Oh boy, we don't have that much time on this segment, do we? So I started off with the Sabres, and just quickly the mill at the time came into the league, and they were putting a team together here in Buffalo called the Bandits. And at that time, Stan Mikowski, who was kind of running the Sabres and the game day presentation side of it, asked if I'd be interested in doing it. I said, I have no idea what lacrosse is. They said, don't worry about it. I said, what do I got to do? They said, whatever you want, just have fun with it. And that's kind of what we did, and it kind of took off from there.
Yeah, you've got some iconic chants I can remember from my days as a bandette. So you definitely are someone that's been kind of part of the story of the Bandit. So that's really cool. And let's talk a little bit about your son's involvement with the team.
Yeah, so very fortunate, and I would just say this, right, at the end of the day, the Bandits are excited and they support what we're doing here. What I would also tell you, too, is that for me, and I don't know if I'd be doing probably the Bandits as long as I have if it wasn't for the way they embrace my boy. And that comes very natural for those guys. It's a great organization led by Scott Loeffler and David Zigai. But between the coaches and the GM and, Johnny Tavares and Steve Dietrich and Chugger and the entire team, just a full embrace, of my son. They love having him around. He does pre-game speeches. He does post-game speeches. He's involved in the breakfast, the lunch, which is probably his most favorite part of the day, outside of winning a game. But yeah, they're just Brett's just become part of the team, and it's exciting and it's a lot of fun for our family.
Tell us a little bit about him and why the team has chosen to embrace him so much. Yeah,
I think just Brett, if you've been around Brett, you can see the energy that Brett brings. He is an unconditional love kind of guy, right? Gives great hugs. I think everybody loves his hugs. And he's just a guy that, I think brings a lot of energy to the team, right? And in some cases, I think that, the team, they look at opportunity like Tucker, with Tucker out lymphoma night. They look for opportunities to go and play for people that maybe can't play for themselves.
Right.
And I think Brett's a great opportunity for them to embrace somebody who loves the sport, who's very passionate about it, but at the end of the day, he can't necessarily get out there with the boys like they do.
Let's get into the design of these shirts, meet the Swensons and the story behind it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've been wanting to do a Bandits-themed design for a while. Once we came up with this design, we were like, okay, what can we include to make it more specific and more memorable? What's he got? Nothing.
Nothing
is such an iconic phrase, and as we looked more into it is when I realized that it's one of many of Chris's iconic phrases, slogans, if you will, that he shouts during games and that many people have taken liking to. And so here's what's he got? Nothing. And then it's used in the design itself. So yeah, basically reached out to Chris just to see if he wanted to be involved because of the fact that we're using that phrase. And this relationship was created, and I'm really excited because not for nothing, he's a very humble guy, as you know, but he deserves some of these flowers for sure. His family does, his son does, and we're glad to have connected with them. I mean that, yeah.
And let's talk about what the proceeds of these sales are going towards.
Yeah, so there's definitely a piece of it, a decent chunk of that is going to go to Gigi's Playhouse. And to me, that was important because, as Eric mentioned, he approached me, and I loved the idea. I thought the design was great. And for me, you know, this was a way for us to give back for all the blessings that we have in our family. And Gigi's, although I would tell you that they're not intimate into my life, they're supporting a huge cause, which is near and dear to us, which is Down syndrome. So I think that's awesome. And my wife and my family and everybody are really excited about what we're doing here. And the fact that we get to donate some money to Gigi's to help other folks with Down syndrome is just a win-win.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jade, tell us why you wanted to bring them in for this Hope Rises segment.
Well, Hope Rises is all about good news, and it doesn't really get much better than this. We have a great cause, an incredible shirt, an icon, and the Buffalo Bandits, the champs.
Yeah.
So it's amazing, and we're really excited. So pre-order those shirts.
That's right. Where can our viewers get those shirts for
Yeah,
themselves?
so they are pre-order right now on our website, buffalogo.co. That's without the M. And yeah, they'll be up there until, I believe, next Thursday, January 15th.
All righty, Chris, Eric, and Jade, thank you so much
Yeah,
for
we
coming
appreciate it.
in.
Thank
We
you.
Thank you so much for
appreciate
having
it.
us. Thank you.
Viewers, you can get a shirt for yourself and give back to Gigi's Playhouse by
There it
visiting
is.
Buffalogo. Link right there on your screen. Thanks again for coming in.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.